Today we're going to talk about how you can improve your draw speed and get rounds on target. I got one exercise will likely help you. In this exercise, we're going to use the Mantis X10, which is this little guy here. You could use the Mantis X2 or X3, but with the Mantis X10, you get the holster draw analysis. If you end up using the X2 or X3 and you don't have the holster draw analysis, which you wouldn't, you can always use par time. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there's several different programs inside of the Mantis X app that you can use to better your firearms training. Par time is one of those that you can use for pretty much anything. Use it for turns, drawing, use it for getting your gun out of your safe. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use the Mantis X app and the Mantis X10, and we'll use what's called the holster draw analysis. Not that I'm really concerned about actually the analysis portion. In this drill, I'm not really concerned about time, accuracy, or stability, or anything of that nature when it comes to measurable criteria. What I'm really concerned about with this drill is muscle memory. We're going to get in a position in front of a target, and we're going to click start on the holster draw analysis. Once it beeps, you're going to draw. But here's the kicker. You're going to keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Once you dry fire, then you're going to look and see where your sights are aligned. Your sights could be left, down, they could be up or right, or they could be exactly where you would like them. Remember, we're not concerned about super accuracy here because it's going to be pretty difficult to repeat that same kind of accuracy and stability each and every time when you're trying to draw quickly. But what can be repeated is the general area to which your firearm lands with each and every draw. If you pull your firearm out and let's say it's left, consistently left, that means you have a problem with your grip from the holster. So then you just adjust your grip and do a couple more iterations of drawing, trying to maintain that grip. Let's say now you're consistently right or up or down. Okay, adjust your grip again and do this over and over and over until most of the times that you draw, when you open your eyes, your sights are generally where you want them. Meaning your rear sight is in line with your front sight, and those are in line with your target, generally. So on these targets, they're the smaller Mantis targets, and all I really want is for my sights to be aligned on the actual piece of paper. You can do this with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Generally speaking, if it's in that area, you're going to be pretty accurate, especially when you're talking about competition stuff. So I'm going to set up my holster draw analysis or my par time or whatever program that I'm going to use. I'm going to hit start. Once I hit start, I'm going to close my eyes, get in position to close my eyes, and on the beep, I'm going to draw, fire, and then I'm going to look at my sights. Right now my rear sight is lower than my front sight. So I wasn't quite level. So I'm going to level it out more this time. Now my front sights were lower than my rear sight. So I'm trying to find that equal balance. There it is, right there. I'm not worried about my par time. You notice the beep there. I'm not really concerned about my par time. All I'm concerned about, I'm focusing on this one thing, is trying to pull my firearm out and get relatively on paper, so to speak, or in the box area of my target. If you can develop the muscle memory to do that, your sights almost become void.
1.3.
I was hitting the bottom right corner of the target itself, but my sights were aligned. So if I brought my head down, my sights would be aligned there, but I would have to bring my head down, and then my sights would be aligned. So your muscle memory is not only from your holster, it's all the way presented out as well. So you guys get the point. You want to do that until your sights look like this. I can also do it with red dots the same way. It might be a little bit easier actually, but I can do it. The same thing with the red dot.
1.2.
Okay, so my red dot was to the right, so I need to adjust my grip, what my presentation is.
.4.
Red dot was right on the piece of paper.
1.3.
Red dot was high. I could still see it in my window, but it was high. If you can consistently draw with your red dot and it looks something like this, and you do that over and over and over, let's say 9 or 8 out of 10 times, you can actually see the dot in your window. Good. You're doing pretty good with your muscle memory. So the point is to get out of the holster with your grip steady, and at full presentation, when you open your eyes, you can see either your red dot, if you're using a red dot, or you can see your sight picture with your front and rear sights. That's the point of the drill. If you do that over and over and over and figure out where your hands need to be, how angled your wrists need to be without your eyesight, without looking, and you can do that consistently over and over, when you do it with your eyes open, it's going to be that much faster.
1.0.
Because ultimately, what you're looking for is you're trying to find those minute adjustments that's going to make you faster than the next guy. And how do you do that? It's through muscle memory, it's through consistency, and it's through practice. Tack out.